Итак, знакомьтесь, боец в синем углу, fighting out of the blue corner. Весу 23 года, рост 173 сантиметра, вес 65,95 килограмма. Его стиль борьба, а профессиональный рекорд 9 побед, ни одного поражения. Ladies and gentlemen, he's 23 years old, standing 173 centimeters tall, official weight 65.95 kilos. As a wrestler with professional record 9 victories and no losses, из Махачкалы, Россия, не стоящий поражений, Ислам Омаров! Его соперник в красном углу, fighting out of the red corner. Бойцу 23 года, рост 173 сантиметра, вес 66,15 килограмма. Его стиль ударная техника, профессиональный рекорд 10 побед и только одно поражение. Ladies and gentlemen, he's 23 years old, standing 173 centimeters tall, official weight 66.15 kilos. As a striker with professional record 10 victories and only 1 defeat, из Нальчика, Россия, Потом Биберт, Туменов! And the referee in charge, Łukasz Posadzki.
Łukasz Posadzki is the referee in charge of this anticipated bout. Bibert Tumenov, younger brother of Albert Tumenov,
the ex-UFC fighter,
against Ислам Омаров.
Fight.
Well, to my mind, one of these two is a future contender. That's
No
for
doubt
sure.
about that.
Well, this is the classical opposition between the wrestler and the striker, because Ислам Омарov has a wrestling background, and as for Bibert Tumenov, just like you heard, he's a striker, he's a boxer.
And actually, there are no many boxers in MMA, as we know.
Peter Yan.
Only Peter Yan.
And there are several kickboxers.
Kickboxers, of course.
Israel Adesanya and many others. But speaking about boxing, you are definitely right. There are very few fighters that actually came to MMA from boxing.
And the connection.
Nice takedown defense shown by Bibert Tumenov. And by the way, Ислам Омаров has a pretty good amateur background, because he is the amateur European MMA champion. And it was in Guadalajara several years ago. It was in 2018, as far as I remember. And it was a big triumph for the Russian national team when they secured 7 golden medals during this tournament.
What an exchange here. And actually, it seems to me that Омаров is ready to go as a striker for some moments. Look at this high kick.
Head kick attempt, but perfectly blocked by Bibert Tumenov. And now we see that Ислам tries to use his hand speed, tries to use some fake moves. And a front kick from Ислам Омаров. And I think that Bibert Tumenov is looking for a big shot. He's not in a rush and just seeking for a right moment to strike and to catch the opponent with a dead shot, so to say, because we all do know that he's able to put you to sleep. A nice connection. Perfect landing from Ислам Омарov. And another one good thing that he's doing now, that he continues to move. He's not standing in front of big hitter like Bibert Tumenov. He tries to move, he tries to confuse him with his, with the changing of directions of his moves, some fints, some fake moves,
some rolls with the punches.
Nice leg kick to the calf.
And Омаров seems to me a little bit faster than Tumenov.
Exactly.
What a nice 1-2 by Омаров.
Splendid job by Ислам Омарov. Well, actually, as for me, in this fight, before this fight, I consider Bibert Tumenov to be a favorite of this bout.
As a striker.
Because of his strong performances. But now we see that Ислам Омаров came, stepped into the cage well prepared for this particular opponent. And so far, for me, I think that he is winning the round. I think so.
Definitely he's winning the round. He connected more, delivered more, and right now he tries to take his opponent down.
Nice control is shown by Islam Омаров here.
And I think the problem with Tumenov was because he was waiting for the takedowns. He was controlling the distance and waiting for the takedowns, and that's why he took some punches. He didn't see it.
Excellent takedown by Islam Омаров, and now he gets the opponent's back. Good control and a big knee to the hip of Bibert Tumenov, and 1 minute and 5 seconds to go in the first round.
Hey, take this hand off.
And as you can see, Омаров tries to drain his hips right now.
Well,
what a strategy.
In this particular moment, this is the only thing he can do, but still he wants to produce as much damage as he can, and so that is exactly what he does. And you hear the crowd. There are lots of fans of Islam Омаров here that support him, that shout, Islam, Islam.
This first round extracts a heavy toll for Tumenov.
Look at Islam Omarov's move. He tries to hurt the calf of Bibert Tumenov, tries to ruin it, and
Don't move, stop. 1 point, red corner, grabbing the fence.
And you see that Bibert
Takes the
Tumenov
point.
has been deducted a point for grabbing the fence, and the fight resumes. And so this round ends
with 10-8.
10-8.
Yes.
Yes.
И ваша поддержка бойца!
Well, for me, it's pretty unexpected. Well,
Judge, 1 point.
and I did not even expect that Islam Омаров will provide such kind of a smart work, that he did not step into the exchange with Bibert Tumenov. He did not get a single shot from him, because the only one can be decisive and can knock. The only one shot from Bibert Tumenov can knock you out, can put you to sleep. So that is exactly what Islam Омаров needed to avoid, and he really did it.
Yes, he avoided punches. He was very sharp. He was ready to go as a striker. He did everything right, and actually he took him down. And Bibert seemed to me really ready for the takedown attempts of his opponent, but he wasn't really ready for a striking game of Islam Омаров. And that definitely surprised him in the first round.
David, don't you think that Bibert Tumenov could underestimate Islam Омаров?
I don't think that he underestimated him. I think he was preparing for a wrestler, definitely only a wrestler, not a striker.
Excellent combination from Islam Омарov once again, and look at his defensive move after his combinations. He is not standing in front of the opponent. He's not waiting the opponent to counter.
What a nice connection by Омаров.
And perfect footwork once again. Moving, moving, moving.
Connected that move. Look at that. Perfect work by Омаров.
But Islam Омаров should stay aware of these big shots, because only one connection from Bibert Tumenov can decide. So that's why Islam Омарov needs to work,
And I think that is a perfect moment for Омарov to take his opponent down, because Tumenov right now is ready to go. He wanted exchange, and he delivered that.
Big shot from Bibert Tumenov, but Islam Омарov managed to survive, and now he creates this clinch. Perfectly done by Islam Омарov, because it was a great moment for Bibert Tumenov to stun the opponent, to hurt him.
You okay? You okay?
Right now is a perfect time for Омарov to take him down, to try to do it.
And it was an illegal hit to the back of the head from Bibert Tumenov, but Islam Омаров happily is okay, and they continue struggling, and Islam Омарov continues to stay in control in this position. Tumenov needs to separate in order to produce his big shots.
Yes, he was ready to raise the tempo of this fight. He wanted to strike, but as you can see, Омаров uses his wrestling skills in the second round. Very smart move.
Just splendid, David. I can't but admire this young man who sticks to the plan, and it was a perfect game plan to fight Bibert Tumenov, this big hitter. And Islam Омарov follows this plan moment after moment.
Yes, Омаров surprised his opponent twice
Well,
in
I
the
think
first
that
round.
he shocked him
Yeah,
somehow.
he shocked him, definitely. In the first round, he shocked him by his striking game, and in the second, by his wrestling game. That what Tumenov was expecting in the first round, he showed in the second. And in the second, what he was expecting, he showed in the first.
And we see that Bibert Tumenov continues to grab the fence and is forbidden. We remind you that it is under rules, and so if good knee to the head from Isslam Омаров, who continues dominating and controlling the opponent in this position, not letting him out.
Right now controls the body, tries to hold him a little bit, and Tumenov tries to separate.
And he needs to do it. He needs, but look at this. Look at this pressure from Isslam Омаров. So seems, if we look at these two youngsters, for me, Isslam Омаров seems to be smaller. Maybe even not this weight category. Speaking about Bibert Tumenov, but still, he's strong enough to stay in control and not to let Bibert Tumenov to do anything. Just anything, because during these two rounds, but almost these two rounds, Bibert Tumenov was just defending himself, not more.
But there was a moment when Tumenov connected nicely with his sharp left hook, and he hurt Омаров, but that was just one moment in the second round.
No grabbing, no grabbing.
That was a weird situation for Isslam Омарov, I think. Well, wicked some.
1 minute to go in the second round. What a nice fight.
Another good round for Isslam Омарov so far, and the main thing for him that he did not let the opponent to hit him. He did not get any shot of Bibert Tumenov. Two big elbows from Bibert, by the way. But we see that Isslam Омарov did not react somehow on these shots, and he continues doing his job. And his job is to take Bibert Tumenov down, to take the control of him. Well, nice elbow. Sharp elbow and another one. And it was a legal one. Not to the back of the head, but to the side of the head. So it's okay. It's good enough. And 10 seconds to go in the second round. And so far, this round goes under the belt of Isslam Омарov. That's my idea.
Definitely, I agree with that. What a nice...
Whoa! Look at that! Tremendous slam from Isslam Омарov! I don't believe my eyes! Oh my goodness! Superb! Superb! Oh no.
This kid is dangerous for everybody.
Absolutely, absolutely, yes. I just cannot believe my eyes. What has he done? And it's wondering for me how Bibert Tumenov managed to survive after such kind of a throw and of such kind of a landing on the canvas. Let's see it once again. Boom! Whoa!
Actually,
He almost got on his neck.
Actually, it's a 5-point in freestyle wrestling.
Well, it was dangerous enough, and it could cause a big injury for Bibert Tumenov, but
it was very similar with the fights of Fedor Emelianenko and
Kevin Randleman.
Yes.
But the height was bigger.
Yeah, definitely.
And the power of that slam was bigger. So round number 3, and the previous two are already under the belt of Isslam Омаров, who I consider to be a big underdog here, but he shows a perfect game plan, splendid, tremendous tactics,
And right now, Bibert can be saved only by a knockout.
or by a finish.
By a finish, yes.
So let's see.
I don't think that he will go for a submission, actually.
Well,
but who knows?
Well,
it's an MMA
yeah,
fight.
Sure. That's why we do love MMA, that a striker can surprise you in wrestling and grappling game. And look at this! Once again, Isslam Омаров shows that he's a better wrestler and a better grappler than Bibert Tumenov, and much more better grappler. And look at this control shown by Ислам Омаров once again. And so Bibert Tumenov has nothing to do but just to use the fence in order to get up and to continue fighting on the distance.
He can definitely use it right now, but right now Омаров is controlling his arm. That's why he is not able to stand up. He can't hold the fence, actually, or
And once again,
the referee
Bibert
will take a point.
Yeah, so he mustn't do that. But I think that Bibert Tumenov wants to use any chance, a slight chance to get up. And I look at Bibert Tumenov's corner, at Albert Tumenov, and they are so disappointed. They are pretty sad now.
Of
because, well,
from this position, Tumenov is not able to knock his opponent out.
exactly. No chance.
No
Just
chance.
not a slight chance. So far, a very, very solid game from Ислам Омаров. Just destroying Bibert Tumenov and just destroying his strengths. Not letting Bibert Tumenov using his advantages, his skills. And look at this leg control. We call it Khabib's leg control. That was invented by Khabib Nurmagomedov during his fights against Edson Barboza and many others.
Tumenov still in control. Омаров, I'm sorry, is in control. Takes his back.
Well, Bibert Tumenov is struggling. He's struggling. He's trying to overcome these circumstances, but it's really hard for him to do it because, well, you know, for me, Ислам Омаров is like a spider or something like that. He grabbed the opponent with all his limbs and not letting and just choking and just destroying, just waiting till the time expires and he will get his 10th victory.
Yes, perfect game plan. Perfect way he works. And a nice preparation for this fight,
Super
mentally
control.
and physically.
Yes, that is a very important thing, that Ислам Омаров stepped into the cage prepared physically and mentally. He was not afraid of Bibert Tumenov's power. He was not afraid of his strikes, and he did really knew what to do to escape him. He did really knew what to do in order to avoid his knockout power.
Nice.
And so that is exactly what he did, and that is exactly what he is doing now.
Yeah, he is definitely winning, but nothing is set in stone yet. There is no true despair without hope for Tumenov. He can still win this fight because we know that every knockout artist is very dangerous till the end of the fight. Right now he uses his elbows.
Another knee to the hip from Ислам Омаров.
And right now, actually, Омаров talks to Aslanbek Badayev,
the vice president of the ACA League.
He asked how he is. Is everything all right? So it's similar to Khabib.
Yeah, sure, because Khabib used to talk to the corners, he used to talk to the commentators, to
And to
Dana
Dana
White,
White.
and to the opponents, because he was talking to him, saying, come on, man, you're nothing, give up, give up.
You have to give up. It's
Don't
my
waste
fight.
my time, don't waste your time, just give up and let's stick to the point, let's go to the dressing room.
30 seconds to go. There is no way Tumenov could separate from this position and stand up.
And Bibert Tumenov tried to say something.
Yeah.
He even put out the mouthpiece. Well, I know why Bibert Tumenov is complaining, because he has nothing to do else. He cannot do anything in this fight. He was just distracted. He was just overwhelmed. He could not do anything with this kind of tactics provided by Ислам Омаров, and that's it.
Perfect
This is the
win.
biggest win for Ислам Омаров in his career. So far, the biggest win, and he defeated.
And pay attention on his striking game in the first round and the wrestling game in the second. Actually, what he produced, what he showed us today, it's a perfect way how every fighter should be preparing for his or her fights.
Exactly, and we see a huge disappointment on Bibert Tumenov's face, and we understand why, because he's a strong fighter, he's really tough guy, but today he could not show it because of this man, of this youngster. Islam Omarov showed everybody that a very good, solid game plan and sticking to this plan can decide. So that is exactly what happened today in this cage. Just complete overwhelming of Bibert Tumenov.
Единогласным решением судей одержал победу и остается нестающим поражений. The winner by unanimous decision and still undefeated Islam Omarov.
Well, the only thing I can add to this fight that when we meet such kind of opposition wrestler against the striker, to my mind, in 80% the wrestling decides.
Of course, almost always. But today, Islam Omarov showed us that he is not only wrestler, he can definitely exchange in the striking game.